Over summer, I went to a summer camp, and it was amazing. This year was so much fun. I got to spend time with friends, and I got to meet new friends. Anyways, enough with this slightly cheesy intro, let's just jump into the video. My complaints from last year are mostly the same, but there's one thing I want to add to the list. The boys' unit sleepover. I'm going to go into that a bit later, but at least the 30-second showers were a bit more organized this year. This year I'm going to organize it by days instead of last year where I just spat information. So, yeah. Anyway, day one. Alrighty, day one was pretty uneventful. We got to know the people in our cabin, took a swim test, and then signed up for skills. I talked about this more in depth in the previous summer camp video, which you should watch if you haven't. But skills are basically 3 activities that you sign up to do after breakfast. Anyway, day 2. The second day was relatively normal. After breakfast, I went to skills. I signed up for snorkeling, archery, and slingshots with one other person in my cabin. He's pretty cool. Shout out to him. Then after dinner, we went back to our cabin and had s'mores in a fire pit behind our cabin. It was a relatively uneventful day. Anyway, day 3. The morning was pretty normal. We ate breakfast and went to skills, but in the afternoon, we went on the rafts that they had. We played all sorts of fun games like King of the Raft, and we also tried to flip the raft over. Then in the evening, we had our camp out. We made pita pizzas with a rock because we didn't have a cooking rack. The previous cabin didn't leave us one. It was like, what the heck, guys? Come on. I thought we were friends, even though I don't know you. They tasted like Lunchables. After that, we had to leave for a little while, so we flipped our crate with all of our food in it upside down and put a rock on top of it so raccoons didn't get in. But some dang flippin' raccoons stuck their grubby little hands through the holes of the crate and stole all our marshmallows! So instead of making s'mores, we had a taco thing with leftover pitas, chocolate, and graham crackers. They were pretty good. I liked them. I recommend. Anyway, day 4. We went in the mud pits and then the water trampolines. And like last year, I fell off in a very painful way. It was not pleasant. It was finally time for the boys' unit sleepover, and when I found out, my first thought was, ah! So our cabin went over there, and as soon as we walked in the door, I just thought, I'm not gonna get much sleep tonight. So we plopped our stuff against a wall, and I got a seat by an open window, so I wouldn't be cooked to death. Also, I forgot to mention that the whole week I was there was in the 90s. So I got a spot by the window, but there was no wind, and there was about 100 other people sitting uncomfortably close to each other. So I was still sweating like I was sitting in a sauna outside in the Australian desert in the summer. So after a while, everyone started to calm down and fall asleep, except for me, mainly because of how uncomfortable it is sleeping on concrete floors. I forgot to mention, the floors we were sleeping on were concrete. Eventually, I was like, I don't have anything to do. So I just stared out a window for a little while. And while I was doing that, I noticed some people coming from the lodge by the lake. And in that little lodge, another unit was having their sleepover. I think it was the girls' unit or the explorers. I'm not 100% sure. So I was thinking, but I just ignored them and continued staring off into the distance at nothing. Over time, they kept on getting closer, though. So I was thinking, either we're about to get pranked or it's just a coincidence. So I kept an eye on them, and after a while, they kept on getting closer. And closer. And closer. Until one of them shined their flashlight at me, saw me, got spooked, and they ran away. A few minutes later, it happened again. Then after about 2 hours, I finally got tired and fell asleep. Alrighty, day 6. It was the last full day at camp, and I was a little sad because I didn't really want to leave, mainly because I had a lot of fun at camp this year. Anyways, it was a normal day except at free time. I had nothing to do, so I was just wandering around. Then I noticed some of the counselors in the boys' unit carrying parts of toilets and sinks. I walked up to them and I asked, "What are you guys doing?" And they said, "We have to carry these to the corral." And the corral is on the other side of the camp from the boys' unit, so yeah. And I thought, I have nothing to do. These people are doing something, and it looks slightly fun, and I can get a good story out of it. I want to help them. So I asked, "Can I help?" And they said, "Sure, as long as you're really sure that you want to do this." And that's how I ended up carrying a toilet about 1,200 feet. So that was a fun time. And then in the evening, our cabin had a party while everyone else was sleeping. Alrighty, day 7. Well, bye! Oh, hey, hello, it's been quite a while. Sorry, this video took a long time to come out. I wanted to get it done sometime at the end of October or beginning of November, but that didn't happen. So yeah. Summer camp this year was really fun. Everyone in my cabin was really cool. And yeah. That's really all I have to say. Hopefully you all liked the video. I don't know if I'm going to make a Summer Camp 3. I might. We'll see. Anyway, bye. I'm done.